Kilo Echo 1 Delta X-ray.
1 Delta X-ray, roger, roger, and what's the name there?
1 Delta X-ray, roger, roger, and what's the name there?
Handle here is Angela, Alpha November Golf, Echo Lima Ocean, Angela.
Angelo, roger, roger, and what radio are you running, sir?
Angelo, roger, roger, and what radio are you running, sir?
I am running a Kenwood 890, Tango Sugar 890. The microphone is a Sennheiser 421 Model 2.
Alrighty, and what's your location, sir?
Alrighty, and what's your location, sir?
I am located in Colchester, Connecticut, about 35 miles southeast of the RRL.
Okay, so you're in one land, is that a roger?
Okay, so you're in one land, is that a roger?
That is a roger.
Alrighty, I've got you blinking on my regional map there, sir. And if you'd be interested in our setup procedure, if you would like to give me about 10 or 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, I could listen to your audio, roger.
15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, I could listen to your audio, roger.
Hi, roger, roger. You're about 10 over here with me. Two center fed dipoles. The one I'm on right now is an 80 meter off-center fed dipole, and it's pointing in the northeastern direction. I also have a 160, full-size 160 Carolina Wyndham, and then of course I have a Yagi. So I've got three major antenna systems here. This is KC9VKV. Back to you, Jim. KC9VKV.
Roger, roger, Angelo. Well, gosh, you got a nice bottom end there, but it was strange. It would be absent, and then it would come up to like almost zero level at 100 cycles. So it is there, but it is only there occasionally. So I'm wondering if you are changing your proximity to microphone or turning your head, or usually on low frequencies like that, being slightly off azimuth to the microphone is not usually affected much, you know, not like a syllabic range top end would. But I was really kind of interested in if you were moving around a little bit on that microphone.
Yeah, actually I was, Jim. I was looking at the antenna box. So I was talking to you and turning my head left and right. So this is me not looking, talking to you here on the radio. Again, the rig is a TS-890. The microphone is a Sennheiser 421, and I'm running an amp too. I'm running about 800 watts right now into that off-center fed KC9VKV from KC1DX.
Roger, obviously that mic has got tremendous frequency response, and it's there. I'm just wondering how we can, about how far off mic are you working that mic?
I'm about an inch from it. I'm up against the windscreen.
Ah, so gosh, there'd be no reason for it to be, that bass line to be moving around like that. So I'm not. Are you actually maybe lowering your voice and not? Could it be that?
I don't think so. I'm pretty constant there. Now I do have the processor turned to soft. I've got the soft on processor. I can turn the processor on to hard. So I just switched the processor on to hard. It's on hard now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like the other way better. It sounds more inviting, you know, less in your face kind of thing. So I like the other better. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I switched it back off.
Roger. Well, like I say, you have good frequency response. I would suggest maybe if you have the capability, just a couple of more clicks on the top end around 2.7 or thereabouts, 2.8.
The top end is already up to +6 on the EQ. So it goes +6, which is the max, from about 2.1 all the way across out to 5, but the radio's only open to 4. So it goes +6 from 2.1 all the way out to 5. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, and you're running 100 to 2900 bandpass, Roger?
I'm running 10 to 4,000 right now.
Start attracting pitchforks when you pass 32.
Yeah, so I could close it up a little bit, but I'm at 10 to 4,000 right now.
Yeah, I would run it at 100 to 2900. I think that one can achieve a spectacular sound within the 3 kc mark. I mean, it's just a matter of EQ, because if you push the top end, you've got the ALC that's going to start compressing those high-end frequencies, not attenuating them. Well, let's see, they are attenuating them, but they're attenuating them down only to a certain level, and they act like a high-frequency compressor, actually. So you can force the ALC with the top-end EQ to give you a more silky sound. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. I just changed it. I'm at I believe 103,000.
Yeah. Do you have 100 and 2900? 100 to 2900? And let me just listen to you, see if there's a difference between 29 and 3.
Okay, this is 100 to 2900. 100 to 2900. Kilo Echo 1 Delta X-ray testing.
All right, sound like that was maybe chopping into your bottom side there. Go back to that when you EQ the bandpass that you had just before the last one.
Well, this is 100 to 3,000. 100 to 3,000. This is 100 to 3,500. 100 to 3,500.
Yeah, I would go back to the 100 to 3K. And if you could, again, let me hear 100 to 2,900, if you have that available.
Okay, this is Kilo Echo 1 Delta X-ray, 100 to 3,000. Mary had a little lamb, fleece as white as snow, 100 to 3,000. This is Kilo Echo 1 Delta X-ray, 100 to 2,900. 100 to 2,900. Mary had a little lamb, fleece as white as snow.
Roger, you know what I think is happening is that you're hitting that mic at a certain point where you have a hot spot in the bottom end. It's like, and maybe you could find that just by doing as you swing your head from one side to the other side. I think there's a hot spot there somewhere just that really combs up that bottom end. Maybe something that if you were maybe 3 inches away, you would not have that bottom end. Well, I don't know what to call it there, but it's like the bottom end is suddenly there and then it isn't. So maybe if you were back a little bit further, like 3 inches, you wouldn't have that selectivity of the bottom end coming in and out. Roger?
Okay, this is about 2 inches away. 2 inches away. Any better?
It sounds like so. Of course, now you need to re-EQ that bottom end to crank in more of the bottom end response, because you're dealing with proximity effect, and as you move back away from mic, your bottom end is going to fall off. So you need to come up maybe 3 or 4 clicks on the bottom end if you're going to work 3 inches away. Roger?
Okay, well, I just moved it to 10 again. I didn't play with the EQ. I just changed the low end a bit, and about 2 inches away right now. 2 inches away.
Sounds thinner than what it did.
So leave the high cut to 2,900.
Are you cutting on the mic?
2 inches away, and the high cut is set right now at 2,900, and the low cut is set at 10.
Roger. Now, you're not doing any EQing in the mic itself. The mic does not have a low roll or anything like that. Roger?
Well, the mic has a couple of different settings. It's made for instruments, or it's made for vocals. I've got it set so that it's sort of in the mid range. I'm not putting it on instruments or anything like that. It's been that way since I've gotten it.
So it has like a low roll, multi-position low roll?
Yeah, it's got a couple different settings, but I think one of the settings it actually was too much low end, you know.
Roger, if you would and if you could, I'd just love to hear it flat, just to see what is there, Roger.
Yep, give me 1 second. KC9VKV. Jim, you're about 10 over here with me. 10 over. The antenna right now I'm running it.
Hello, Angelo.
Yeah, so this is one direction right here, and this is set up for I believe it's more vocals.
Roger. Okay, so do you know the one that's flat before any kind of roll? Can you give me flat on that mic?
I think I was on it originally. Stand by. Yeah, I believe I was on the flat.
Roger. Sounds thin now. Are you still on the flat?
Yeah, I'm on the flat.
All right, that sounded a little fuller. I'm listening to you, on a receiver that's good down to 100 cycles. I'm looking at a spectrum analyzer, and, you have great possibilities that come and go. I'm just trying to get a handle on why your low end is not consistent, Roger.
Yeah, well, I can try to EQ it up a more if you want. That shouldn't be a problem.
I'll tell you what, put that switch that you're doing on the mic, put it in the opposite direction from where you are. Let's just check something here.
At zero, I'm at -10. At 300 hertz, I'm at -6. And at 600 hertz, I'm at +1. And at 900 hertz, I'm at +1.
Roger, Angelo. Let's just check something on the mic itself. I'm very curious that we run that switch from one side to the other a couple of times. So we're in one position, one extreme position, say left. All right, I want you to move it to the other position, hard to the other position, max, and let me hear the difference between the two places.
Okay, so this is the other position of the mic. It's all the way to the other side, KE1DX.
Okay, then that's a beautiful bottom end right there. Now, is that supposed to be the flat side?
Yes, it is. That's the musical side. I guess this microphone can be used on, on tom-toms and bass drums and stuff like that.
Man, it just sounds beautiful. And it sounds linear in that the frequency response sounds flat. And it doesn't sound like there's a notch in there between your main audio and then the bass. It just sounds very linear, just like that mic should.
So the big question is how will it sound on DX? Like, I have the processor set to soft right now, but if I put the processor onto, hard, do you think that's the right setting for DX? This is on right now, hard processor.
Well, for DX, then you might seek the other position, But here's the other thing. I have a recording that shows what happens. It's a marginal situation. I'm copying the mail on a guy that's marginal, and he does the low roll thing on his mic, and he's thinking that really starts is pushing him out, top end, forceful. Well, what happens when you just activate the EQ low roll switch on the microphone just thins, and his audio level dropped about half when he went to that, what he thought was the contest microphone setting on that mic. He just rolled the bottom end out. Well, obviously, the audio setting is still the same, so the signal just drops down. It doesn't get louder. So you have to deliberately go for a contest setting as opposed to just rolling EQ on the mic, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, and I don't have a problem just moving the ring on the mic itself to that other position. But this sounds good to you. That I guess this is probably the setting that sounds the best to you on your end.
Sounds pretty good, but I would like it to be more consistent. In other words, you have content at 50 cycles or 60 cycles, 70 cycles, somewhere in there. That content is still there even when other frequencies are mixed with it. This sounds more like the bottom end disappears when other frequencies are involved. So almost like some kind of a compression thing where you have this good flat linear sound, and then when your say 600 cycles comes in, and it's hotter than say 100 cycles, it forces the 100 cycles way down, and that sounds like what's happening, Roger.
Well, it could also be the ALCs. The ALCs is kind of right now. The ALC is at its maximum, and I'm wondering if that's just causing part of it.
You're hot, Angelo. You're hot.
You should be down mid-scale to 2/3. That's what we recommend. That will give you a 3 dB dynamic range, mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, so I just gotta turn that down a bit. That's all. And I could do that here, I guess. So this is about 45 on the processor. Any better?
Yeah, it's just mysterious on the bottom end. It just comes and goes, and then sometimes there's a lot of it, and sometimes there's not as much. And I just don't understand exactly why it's that frequency is disappearing from time to time. Anyway, like I said, I'm listening to you full range, and I would, because that seems to be moving around, I guess I would back off maybe a click or so on that bottom end, just to be sure that it doesn't overwhelm your balance when it does come in, Roger.
Okay, so there's a little bit too much bottom end there, right?
Yeah, Roger.
All right, give me 1 second.
He sounds pretty good up here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's sounding really good down here. I'm listening to him down to 100 cycles, and I don't want to get him too fat down in the bottom side, but I do want him, that's a beautiful microphone, and I do want him to take advantage of its capabilities, particularly the linearity between the mids there and all that stuff. But I also want it balanced from the bottom to the mids, and from the top to the mids.
Right, I understand.
Jim,
Whiskey uniform 3 Delta. I'll go back on the side here and listen.
I appreciate it. Another station calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jim, are you copying me up in Toronto?
I am a little bit there. I'm monitoring you on my local antenna. You're probably pretty hot on Milford, Roger.
Yeah, just a comment. It's Vito, VA3VMD up in Toronto. I just wanted to comment because Angelo was talking about was he good enough for DX, and I think you hit it on the nose. If he's going to be DXing, he's either got to narrow up the band, his transmit bandwidth, or he's got to EQ it a bit differently, because he's got great sounding audio, but as you know and as I know, audio is tailored to depending on what it is you need to do. So I think he's starting to sound really, really good where he's at. But he mentioned about DX, and I think, the audio he's got is more of the broadcast quality audio now. He sounded very good, but, if he's really going to look at breaking up the file up, he might have to just tune it up on the EQ a little bit to make him a little sharper. But he's sounding a lot better, Jim. Go ahead.
Roger. Yeah, but, when you go into that contest mode, you have to do more than just roll the bottom end off that mic. You're going to have to hit the gain and bring that gain up. So you're going to have to deliberately roll it off on the mic and then hit plus 10 or so on the mic gain to really take advantage of the new EQ. Otherwise, if you don't do anything with the gain and you just roll off the bottom end, you've just thinned out that microphone and your level has dropped down. So if you thin out the microphone to go to contest, you need to pop up about 10 dB additional mic gain. Roger?
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll give Angelo a chance to get back here. I talked to Angelo, I think, last week sometime, so I'm not sure if he's hearing me or not, Jim. But anyway, okay, I'll listen here. I just wanted to pop in and make a comment. Nice to hear you, and I'll stand by here and listen. Roger,
73, sir. And Angelo, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, Vito? It's good to hear you again. You're 20 over with me, Vito, so no worries. I can hear you. Yeah, what I typically do, though, if I'm going to go into DX mode, is I do limit the bandwidth, and I'll set it up for about 2700, 2800, maybe even a little less, depending on the situation. And then I hit that processor effect to give me a harder processor, which does, in essence, bring up the average power. So right now, I don't have that setting. I don't have it set up that way. I have the processor on soft, and I'm really just looking at RAG2 audio. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. It looks like you're rolling out at about 300 cycles at the moment in that last EQ pattern, Roger.
Yeah, I moved it another click away from the bottom end, like you asked.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, top end is very nice, and so you've got the intelligibility wherever you go, Roger.
Roger. But you're still hearing that sporadic low end missing.
Comes and goes on my ears, but and I can't imagine what it could possibly be. But I mean, it's not earth-shattering, and probably nobody else might even notice it, Roger.
Yeah, Vito, are you hearing that at all on your end?
Go ahead, repeat again. Was that for me, Ange?
Yeah, were you hearing what Jim is hearing, like the bottom end falling out every once in a while?
Honestly, I'm not hearing it here at all.
Okay. But
And
do you like
this
setting on the mic, guys, or should I go back to the more bottom end?
You guys doubled just a little bit. I would say, where you are is just fine. I mean, the bottom end doesn't come up to overwhelm. So, to run it like that, Roger.
Okay, what about you, Vito?
Yeah, I'm okay with it, Ange. I was going to say when you're finished with Jim, if you want to join us down on 160, if you're able to go down there, I'll be there.
I'll be down there, 716.
7160. Thanks, Jim, for letting me jump in and comment. Nice job.
Roger, sir. Anytime. 73 up there. Stay warm.
Okay, Jim. Thank you. I'll go to the YouTube site there and come to say hello. Thank you for your help. Good to talk to you, and I got you in the log. I'll work you again next week if you're around. KC9VKV, KC9VKV.
Roger. And what you might do is pull out your ALC for something to do when you're talking, and just be looking at your ALC and try to keep up that mid-range to 2/3 as best you can command from your voice, and pretty soon you'll just be able to nail that mid-scale to 2/3 all the time just by your voice, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, thank you. Will do. Talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Have a good holiday.
Roger, 73. This is the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.